Jimmy, our tale of the tape.
You see here, 40 wins, only 7 defeats for Alexander SHLEMENKO. He's much more experienced, but he's the shorter fighter, as he usually is at this division. I think Galešિć wants to keep him at a distance.
We now send it back to Michael Williams.
From Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Hollywood, Florida. Bellator Fighting Championships on MTV2 and in HD on Epix. Along with Everlast, Greatness is Within. Now present the second middleweight tournament quarterfinal scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Fighting first out of the red corner at 6'2", weighing in at 184 1/2 pounds. His professional record stands at 10-5, hailing from Pula, Croatia, introducing ZELG GALEŠIĆ. And across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner at 5'11", weighing in at 185 1/2 pounds. The Season 2 middleweight tournament champion brings a veteran professional record, 40 victories, 7 defeats from Omsk, Russia, Alexander "Storm" SHLEMENKO. And the referee for this contest, Jorge Alonso.
Bellator middleweight tournament quarterfinal number 2. Vitor Viana is already through to the semifinal round. The winner of this bout joins him. Croatian versus Russian, striker versus striker. Jorge Alonso is the referee. Fight! Round number 1.
It's a matter of who establishes the range and the pace that is so vital in this first round.
ZELG GALEŠIĆ is in the white trunks. Alexander SHLEMENKO is in the black trunks.
Now it's funny, Wildman Diddy, the coach of Brian Baker, said, I think we're going to see a takedown fast in this fight, and he was right. A little bit of a clinch and a takedown by SHLEMENKO. That's a surprise.
Up kick there from GALEŠIČ. GALEŠIČ, a 3-time world champion in full contact taekwondo. He said, I never wanted to go to the Olympics because they don't allow you to punch in the face in Olympic taekwondo. Kick from SHLEMENKO.
Wonder what SHLEMENKO's strategy is going to be here. Does he really want to engage in a ground game, or does he want to let him stand back up? We'll see. Kick his legs a little bit and let him stand up.
SHLEMENKO allows his opponent ZELG GALEŠIČ to stand.
Watch your head, watch your head.
GALEŠIČ said, the key to me winning this fight is to capture SHLEMENKO's timing.
Man, look at that straight right hand. Beautiful shot by GALEŠIČ. Now SHLEMENKO once again tying him up, putting him against the fence.
SHLEMENKO telling us that he has really been working on his grappling, on his takedowns, his takedown defense. Even though he still wants to represent pure strikers in MMA, and he reiterated that point, he's becoming a much more complete fighter. Join us next Saturday night for the start of Bellator's bantamweight tournament. On the card that night, Bellator's reigning lightweight world champion Joe Warren in his 135-pound MMA debut. Plus, you can see the prelim fights live on Spike.com and Bellator.com beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern. That's Bellator 51 next Saturday night, September 24th at 9 p.m. Eastern. Live from Canton, Ohio on MTV2 and in HD on Epix.
Alexander SHLEMENKO got the guillotine! I do not believe it!
A submission finish just like that for Alexander SHLEMENKO. And the pure striker with the standing guillotine submission win.
Man, pulled his head down, got his arm underneath it, and just cranked. You saw GALEŠIČ trying to relieve the pressure with his legs, but could not do it. SHLEMENKO gets a submission win. Let's see if we can get another look at it. You see here, pulling his head down, shucking underneath, and had it locked underneath the neck. You see it here, trying to relieve the pressure against the cage, but could not do it. Beautiful submission by Alexander SHLEMENKO, cranked him off his feet. You said he was working on his grappling and submission game. You could see it paid off there. Not what we expected. An amazing victory for Alexander SHLEMENKO.
When we return, Jimmy Smith will speak to the winner, Alexander SHLEMENKO. A submission win in the first round versus ZELG GALEŠIČ.
And the guillotine leads to the tap officially 155 into round number 1, earning his place in the semifinal round of the middleweight tournament, Alexander "Storm" SHLEMENKO.
Alexander SHLEMENKO told us that he was thinking more about a rematch with Hector Lombard than this fight versus ZELG GALEŠIČ. Well, he may not have thought a lot about it, but it didn't show. The win in 1 minute 55 seconds. Jimmy Smith is with Alexander SHLEMENKO.
I'm here with your winner, Alexander SHLEMENKO. Alexander, you always say you're representing pure strikers in MMA, yet a submission win in the first round.
Александр, ты всегда говорил, что представляешь ударников в смешанных боях, держал победу болевым приемом, удушающим. Что ты скажешь на это?
Сейчас скажу, что главное выиграть. Главное выиграть, потому что не каждый боец, будет драться в стойке.
The most important thing for him today was to win, because not every fighter would fight him stand up. So he won.
До того, как выиграть submission, я хорошо его пробил еще.
And before winning by submission, he got him with a couple of good shots.
Well, you've moved on to the semifinal round. I know you want a shot at Hector Lombard. How does it feel to have this first round out of the way?
Ты продвинулся в полуфиналы на один шаг ближе к Гектору Ломбарду. Что ты чувствуешь по этому поводу, что ты на шаг ближе стал к нему?
Я очень счастлив. Я хочу сказать, чтобы Гектор готовился. Я дойду до него.
I'm very happy, and I want Hector to be ready, because I'm gonna get him.
Well, you know he is. Let's have a good round for your semifinalist, Alexander SHLEMENKO.
41 career pro MMA wins for Alexander SHLEMENKO against just 7 defeats. And this is what led to victory 41. A standing guillotine submission finish, 1 minute 55 seconds of round number 1. So much torque on ZELG GALEŠIĆ and forced to tap in his Bellator debut. SHLEMENKO lifting his Croatian opponent GALEŠIČ off the mat.